Everybody, welcome. It's Andrew Ainsworth Golf Academy. As always, a very warm welcome to the video. Good to have you along. If you're new to the channel and you're watching one of my videos for the first time, maybe consider hitting that subscribe button. And at the end of the video, if you think it's any good, if you could give it one of those thumbs uppy things, it just helps. Thanks for that. I recently did a video on the new Ping Blueprint T iron. We'll put some links in up there and maybe something at the end of the video if you want to watch that one. Really lovely little club, proper little blade, muscle back. The club I want to talk to you about today is its kind of brother, I guess you might call it. It's the Blueprint S. So this is what Ping would call a pocket cavity. Have a look at some pictures coming on the screen now. I think this is a stunning looking club. I love the little bits of chrome on there along with the matte finish. You can see we've got a little cavity on the back, and what Ping are doing and hoping that this club, it's kind of evolved from the tour. You know, let's not be under any illusions about this club. It's inspired by tour players. It's made for tour players originally. And Ping are saying, I'd agree with them, that this club is going to suit sort of good ball strikers, which doesn't always mean low handicappers, but generally trends in that way. But Blueprint T and Blueprint S are definitely going to merge together. They're going to become blended sets. And I think you're going to see a lot of tour players using maybe 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 iron in the Blueprint S and then blending into the T's, 7, 8, 9 pitching wedge. You'll be seeing some tour players who use the Blueprint S all the way through. And I guess you might see some players using the Blueprint T all the way through. But it gives you this opportunity to blend sets. Lofts are all the same, so that you don't get this discrepancy between two sets of irons having different lofts. Just to give you an idea, I might just put the specs up here so you can see it. But 7 irons 33 loft, which is a very traditional, honest loft. And the pitching wedge is 45 degrees. That makes life very simple when it comes to gapping. You can go pitching wedge, gap wedge at like 50, 56, 60. So you don't get these really strong pitching wedges that we're seeing in things like G430, which is at 41 degrees, which means you need 2 gap wedges, which not a big fan of, but there we go. That's another story. So there we go. It is fully forged. It's made out of the same material as the Blueprint T, so you get in this forged soft feel. You've got the thin top lines, you've got the thin sole, so great turf interaction. And the ultimate thing with this club for the good player is it gives you the workability. You want to hit the shot a bit low, a bit high, try and bend one right to left. All that sort of stuff that great players can do and good ball strikers can control. This is what the Blueprint S will give you the opportunity to do. All sorts of shafts available. Go to the Ping website if you want to have a look. There are several shafts ranging from dynamic goals to KBSs, all sorts of things, all sorts of great stuff. Obviously, if you're going to go and buy a club like this, for goodness sake, don't even consider buying it without a full custom fit from a Ping accredited fitter like me. Because there's so many little things to consider, isn't there? The way you blend the set together. Ping have these amazing apps which help fitters like me do an amazing fitting without leaving anything to chance. It's called Ping Copilot. I think you can actually go and look at it without having an account. Check it out. It's well worth a look. Very interesting app which you can get on anything, on any device. But yeah, when you go for a fitting, you're looking at length of the club. You're looking at the lie angle of the club, the way the club sits. You're looking at the shaft, which will best suit you. You're looking at shaft flex. You're looking at grip size. And I said the way you put sets together. So a lot to consider, a lot of things to get right because these clubs need to be bang on. Cost-wise, not 100% where these are going to sit at the moment price-wise. I think we're looking at somewhere in the region of about £200 a club-ish. Maybe a bit more, a bit less, depending on where you buy your clubs from. Ultra premium price because you're paying for a top-end product. Remember that for manufacturers to make forged clubs as opposed to stainless steel clubs, the process is more expensive, more labor intensive. So the cost of production with a forged iron is more expensive than a cast iron. That's why you see, or stainless, that's why you see an increase generally between forged irons and cast clubs or stainless. Let's go and hit this thing. Right, let's have a little hit with the old Blueprint S forged 7-iron I've got in my hand. As I said a minute ago, 33 degrees of loft. Just gone with a pro modus reg. Thought I'd go regular today. Normally use stiff. Not swinging that quick at the moment. Haven't hit a lot of balls recently, so swinging it around about 80 miles an hour, 82, something like that. So I thought we'd go regular just for a change. I've got a hole here, 156 yards to the flag. Green set to soft, and I've got Pro V1 balls down on the deck, so let's give it a little hit. First thing, as always, let's give you the overhead shot so you can see what I'm seeing. It's a classic look over the ball. You've got the thin top edge, you've got the minimal offset, you've got a small compact head. Looks great. Gives me just a little bit more confidence than the Blueprint T, which, yeah, you've got to be on your money to get that one going. Let's have a few hits. That felt kind of nice off the face. Beautiful feel. So I'm not expecting massive yardages out of these because it's a 33-degree loft, which, you know, is pretty generous in modern terms. So I'm looking for this sort of like pretty much that one actually, sort of somewhere between a 150 and a 155 carry. That was 156. Swung it at 84 miles an hour club speed, 111 ball speed, spinning at 5,840. Just nice, you know. Say a little bit more confidence because of this little pocket cavity that we've got. Doesn't have to be hit bang out the center. Probably a little bit to the right, that one. Yeah, a bit blocky, a bit pushy. Didn't quite release it. Bunker. Yeah. 148 carry, spin up, club a bit open. That was good. That was right out the middle, slightly to the right. See how far that finishes from the flag. 20 feet, maybe? Something like that. 19 foot 10 inches to the flag, not a bad guess. 85 club speed, 153 carry, spinning at 6,179. We'll go for my attempt of a fade, which is always dangerous. Often results in that. Take two. For those of you watching my videos for long enough, you know I'm the complete opposite of a fader of the ball. I hit everything pretty much with draw. That's a bit better. That's about as much fade as I can put on a golf shot. Obviously, when I try and hit fade, I tend to lose a little bit of carry distance. Carries down to 147. I've been spent all my life trying to hit a fade and never succeeded. So we were talking, let's get back to the club, not me. It's a classic club. It's the club that's going to suit someone who likes to shape shots, loves the look of a classic bladed club, muscle back, but you want a little bit of help. You know, and certainly even in this 7-iron, you know, there's enough cavity in this to help you, but this blended set with the tees would be great. Let's try and do a little bit of shot workability. Let's go for a little low punchy one, which might go screaming through the back, this one. Back foot, hands forward, little punchy one. Low ball flight, coming in hot with a little bit of draw. Watch the launch angle on this one. This is how I can work a club like this. Launching at 12 degrees, took the spin off it. Imagine that into like a really strong headwind where you don't want that ball to balloon up. Could I do that with something like a G430? Yeah, probably, but it would be more difficult. Okay, let's go to the polar opposite of that one. Let's try and hoist one up into the air. We'll put the ball forward. We'll try and stay behind it. Give it a high, big launch. Big back footy one. That's got some height on it. Watch this stop. Boom. Watch the spin. Should be quite high. Thought it might be a little bit higher. Launched at 20. That's a high launch angle for me. 157 carry. Nice high ball flight. I love this club. I have several sets of irons which I play around with. I have a set of Ping S55s, which I absolutely love. And this reminds me a lot of the S55, maybe just a more modern version of it. I think this is going to be a very successful club for Ping this year, the Blueprint S. I think it ticks all the boxes. I'm not quite sure how the I-59, which is still in the range, kind of fits in with where we are with these Blueprint Ts and all the rest of it. But there's a club for everybody these days with Ping. You know, gone are the days where it was just a sort of a cavity backed heel and toe Ping I2, and that was your lot. Thank you very much. Nothing else going here. They've really expanded the range, and we've got clubs, new club models coming in, which I can't tell you about at the moment. There's definitely a replacement to the i525 coming in later in the year. And do you remember the 700s and the 710s? I think like Ultra Game Improvement Club, they would call that. I'm pretty sure there's a replacement coming to those as well. Don't know what they're called, but I think they're becoming later in the year. I'm sure it's out there on the internet if you dig around hard enough. So there it is, the Blueprint S forged pocket cavity back club from Ping. I love it. Thanks for watching the video today. All the best. Bye for now.